Hello all, good morning to all of you. So today I am going to make a DIY project, and for that I'll be making a fresh project which is just to check a password. It will have two different features. It can create a random password as per the given requirement, and it can also check the password whether a password is secure password or not. So you can consider it as a password strength checker, as well as it would be working as a random password generator also. So it will have two modules. So basically, I am going to make it on the basis of menu-based program, which would be performing these two operations. So let me start with, because I have to generate the characters randomly. So I would be using a random module. So I'm writing import random here. Apart from that, because password would be in the form of a string, so I would be working with a string library as well. Okay, so you can see here string library is having all these things like ASCII letters, and then uppercase letter, lowercase letters. So that is the reason I'm using this string library. After that, I want to make it in the form of modular program. So for different tasks, what I would be doing, I would be creating different functions for each and every task. So the first thing which I want to do is to create a good string password. So for that purpose, I am defining a function. For defining function, I am using text keyword, and after that, it is just to generate a new password. So I can name it as generate password. And although we can take the length of password from user as well, but as of now, I don't want to make it that much customizable. So directly I am passing the length as 12, or definitely, because this is the default parameter. So the length can also be given by the user also. If we want, we can do that as well. Now here, what I want to do, I want to create a string which contains all kind of ASCII character, which includes a small a to z, capital A to Z digits, and all the punctuation letters. So for that purpose, because I have imported a string module here, so what I can do, I'll create a variable, let's say chars, which will contain all the character. And here what I can do, as we know, we can join the string using plus operator. So I can write here as a string dot, first thing would be ASCII letters. Yes, you can see here ASCII letters are here. So all the ASCII letters, which will include a small as well as capital letter. Plus what I want to add apart from that, so that is digits. So definitely I can write a string dot digits, right? After that, I want punctuation characters also. So for that, again I'll write a string dot punctuation, right? Now if you want to see, for that purpose, I can write here what all character it will have. You can check that by doing this. Once we are done with this the string which contains all the characters, just we have to pick up the random character. And because we have certain criteria, so we will be keeping a check of that criteria also. If it will fulfill the criteria, that means our generated password is correct, and then we can stop the further process and we can return that password. Otherwise, if it is not fulfilling that criteria, so it will keep generating the password again and again until it is satisfying the condition. So for that purpose, we know we have to continuously do that work. So I am using a while loop here. which will be true in all the cases, and I'll break this loop once we get the password as per our requirement, right? So I'm writing it as while true, which will remain true always. Okay. After that, definitely we have to generate a password. So for that purpose, I am taking the new variable. Let's call it as password, which would be meaningful. Then we have to join the random choices. So as we have seen in session also, when we were using random choice, so in previous session, so random dot choice method is there, which gives a particular choice out of given characters. So I would be using that by using this empty string dot join, and then what need to be joined. So in join I'll write random dot choice, and then here I'll pass characters as string, out of which it will choose a particular character. And for how long I have to do that? So as per the length, right? So one thing here it can be done. So because we have to do it repeatedly, so it should be done using for loop. So instead of that, I can add a for loop here. So what I can do, I can create a for loop. I am using a random thing here. H or there is a shortcut also that can be used. Instead of making it bigger, what I can do, I can directly write it like dot join, and one shortcut is there, like I can write for loop here also, right? And I am using a random key. You can use anything. You can write ch also here. I am using underscore because I don't have to use it further. And in range, so here I can combining the operation as well as for loop in a single line to optimize the code. And here what I will give in range. So as we have passed the length as 12, so that can be used here. So randomly it will loop it, and it will generate 12 character with different choices to a time, and all would be joined and stored in password. So every time we will get 12 character password, which will have character from the given char string with the random choice. Now because we want character from all the categories, means it should have uppercase letter, it should have lowercase letter, it should have digit, as well as it should have special character. For that purpose, what we want to do, we need to check all this condition is being satisfied or not. So for that purpose, what we can do, we will need to create the function for that as well, which will check whether the password is having uppercase or lowercase or not. That we would be doing later on. So as of now, I am taking it as placeholder, and later on I would be defining it. So what we can do, definitely we can use if to check that, and I am just writing the name here. I'll define this function later on. So just to check upper, I can write check upper, where I'll pass the password, and it will return true if the password is having upper letter. Otherwise it will return false. That I'll define later on. And apart from that, what else we need to check? Because we need to satisfy all the conditions, that's why I'm using AND logical operator. And then definitely check lower also, because it should have lower as well. Again, password need to be passed. After that, what else we want? We want to have digits also. So for that, check, I can write digits simply. It's name like this, and then again it will have password. Okay. And one more thing which we want is special symbol. So for that, I can write check special, right? And again, here also we'll pass the password, which will give us true if the password is having any special character. Then colon sign here, and after that, if all these conditions are true, then it will return, this function will return password, right? Okay, so if all these conditions are satisfied, it returns the password. Otherwise, it goes again into the loop, and this loop will keep continuing until all these conditions are being satisfied. So this function we have generated. Now still it is not still it is not functional. Why? Because we haven't defined this check upper, check lower, and check digit. For that, now let's define all these functions. I'll create check upper, and it will take password. So I'm writing password here, and then I'll define. And definitely we have to check the characters of for loop, and then char in password which we are having, it should be, what is the criteria? If it is in upper letter, it should be within capital A and capital Z. So I can write it like, if char is greater than equal to let's say greater than equal to A, and char should be less than, you can use between thing also, less than equal to Z. I am including both the characters A and Z also, right? So capital Z. Now if this is the condition, then what will happen? It should return true, otherwise it should return false. So we should come out of this for loop also, and if that is the condition, it will return true and this will stop. Otherwise, if this is not the case, it should return false, right? So either it would be returning true or false to when, if any of the character is within the range of capital A and Z. So this is how we have made upper. We can copy this, and similarly we can make for digits as well as lower case also. Let's do that. For lower, what we need to do, just change this from A to Z, and here I can write it as lower, right? And rest of the thing will remain same. So lower is done because it was same, and then we will check for digit also. So let's copy it again. See, so how we can save our time? Simply just we have to change certain values, not all the thing, and it would be ready. So now for digit also, so I am changing it to digit. Keep the naming convention same, otherwise you will have problem. So because that is also, numbers are also being generated in the form of character only, so I am enclosing it between single quote, right? Just treating it as character, not as digit, right? Although it is it would be representing digits, right? Again, and then one thing is left, just we have to check the special character. Yeah. So all special characters, so we don't know what is the range. So for that purpose, I can make a list of punctuation, and simply for that purpose, what can be done? Okay, let me do that. So just because it is slightly different, so instead of copy pasting, I am writing it directly. Check special, and then definitely here also password would be there. And after that, what we need to do, so let's create a special character, list of the special character or string of special character. So I can write special, okay, because multiple are there, so I'm adding s, and after that simply a string module we have, and it will return all the special character by using punctuation. So I have made that, and then what I need to do, just I have to check in this. So same for char in, instead of password, now I'll be checking directly in, sorry, first thing will remain password, because we have to check all the characters. Inside that we'll check if char, next step is char in where we have created special, in special, okay. If it is the case, so again what we need to do, we need to return true, right? And otherwise we need to return false. Similarly, return false. Done. So all this function we have made. Now our generation thing is ready, but as I told you, I have to add one more functionality where we can check the strength of current password. Let's say you already have a password, you want to check the strength of password, so that also I would like to add. So from here I can write, let's start, I will write a comment here, check strength. Let me add certain character here so that you can check a strength. Okay, so here I'll write how to check the strength of password. Here, right? So in order to check, again I can define a function where I'll pass a particular password which has been entered by the user, and it will check the strength of this password. So I can write check password strength. Okay, I am using the same naming convention, just because we cannot use this space, so I am putting underscore. You can differentiate using capitals also, like check, then capital P and then capital S. So anything works, which works. So it's because password we have already used, so here I am using PWD, but a kind of short form. And again we will define, so what all things we have to check. Again, we have already created function. The first thing we have to check the string, right? So length need to be checked, whether it is having uppercase letter, lowercase letter, digits and special character. These all things we have to check. Okay, so this is the criteria which I have made. You can change the criteria as per the requirement or whatever requirement is there. So I am keeping that thing. The password minimum length should be 8 or more. It should have at least one uppercase. It should have at least one digit, it should have at least one lowercase and at least one special character. So that is the criteria which I am following. I am writing here length minimum 8, one upper case, and then one lower case, then one digit, then one special character. Okay, so this criteria I am following. I have written it here so that you can understand it. If you want, you can change it as per your requirement. So let's now do that thing. So first I'll print the given password so that you can understand what is the password is. So I'm writing like this. So we'll print, so we'll be able to see that. First thing, we have to check the length. So just to check the length, for what function we can use, length of PWD, right, is greater than or equal to, or we want to show opposite, right? The password is not correct. So if it is less than 8, so what we can write here, we can print let's say weak password, and we can give the region also. We can, let's say, write weak and then password. What is the region for this weakness? Password is root. We can write, okay. So user will get that idea that the password span, sorry, the length should be more, right? Then we can use elif ladder here. Okay, so elif ladder, how we can use that? Elif, we can write like that. Then what we need to check, if it is having if it is having uppercase. So we have already made a function. So instead of writing it again directly, what we can do, check upper. Okay, and how we'll check upper? So we have to put the password. So if you remember, it was returning true in the case if the password is having any of the character as upper case, right? So it will become true, but what exactly we want, it will return false if there is no uppercase letter. But if it will become false, so this elif will not execute, right? So instead of that, what we can write here, we can inverse it using not operator. So now when it will return false, what does that mean? There is no uppercase letter. It will return false, but that false will become true, and this particular if will get executed, right? So this is how we can quick. So in this case, again we will write print, and I can copy this thing, and the weakness I can write as weak password should have at least one uppercase letter. So I can write add at least one uppercase letter. Okay, so that information would be provided. Again, user will come to know. Again, then I can copy the small thing and I can write here elif. Now instead of upper, what we need to check, lower. Okay, so just change this thing. Right, it will work. And then in the similar way, we have to check digit and a special character. So again, I'll write this thing, check digit, Okay, so it will check the digit, at least one digit. So instead of letter I can write digit. Okay, and then one more thing is left. So the special character. So again I'll paste check special. These all functions we have already made, and we are using at two places while generating also, and if we have to check the existing password is same, then also it can be applied. So that is the benefit of making it modular and making it as function. If I would have written it directly, so again I would have to write it here. So because I have made it as function, so I can just call that function and I can utilize the functionality of that. So that is called as code reusability, which is a functionality in modular programming when we create functions, right? So all this special character also has been changed. Let me change this one special right. Let's remove this, and apart from that, a default case would be there, which would be else. So what is left? If any of this condition is not being satisfied, that means the password is strong, right? So we can write strong password, right? Or explanation we can give. So this we have checked. So now we have made all the functions just to either to create or to check. Now I will draw the menu for my program, right? So again I'll write while 2 because I want to run it continuously, okay, until we are not exiting the program. And here I'll define print, then whatever name I want to give, say password utility program, okay. And then let's format it a little bit, okay. Like this is fine, and definitely here I can put a lines here, okay, to make a differentiation. Then I can give all the options like print, and then we can have first option as one as generate strong password, because whatever password will be generated, that would be a strong password which need not to be checked, right? If you want, you can check it as well. Sorry, just to verify whether the generated password is a strong password or not. Then what we want? Then we want second option as check path, right? Check password strength. We can strong password, so password strength. And third option, definitely, because we have to come out of this infinite loop, so we can put a third option as exit, right? So we will exit from this. Now we want to take the choice, so for that purpose I am writing choice of user, and definitely I'll write the input. Yeah, so in input function I can write enter your choice, okay, which could be out of 1 or 2 or 3, definitely, because 3 choices we have given, and then we'll get the choice here. After that, just as per the choice, what you have to do, just you have to call the appropriate function. So I can write if choice it will have three options. So if choice is one, so what we need to do, we have to generate the password. So what we can do, simply this password can be like this, and then we can call this generate password, and here we need not to pass anything. If you want, you can pass the length. You can take length as well from user, and then you can pass, because we are not passing. So that by default we have added a default parameter, so that we take 12 as the default length, and then we can, if the password is generated, we can print it as well. So then we can write generate password, and then here reset loading. So it will show the generated password. After that, if that is not the case, so we can use elif option. Again, I can write elif, then choice equal to, what can be the another choice? So that can be 2. So in that case, what we have to do? So we have to ask the user to enter the password, right? So we can call it as user pwd, and we have to take the input from user. We can write enter input, and here we can give a message, enter the password share, right? And then user will enter the password and press enter button. Then we have to check it. So how it can be done? So again, check password can be called, right? Check password string, and here we can pass user password, right? User password will be passed. Accordingly, the answer will be given. Then one more thing is left, else condition we can put. If that is the case, okay, C we haven't done, so let's do that also. Else would be the invalid choice here. Else choice is equal to, okay, just again mistake, we have to put 2 equal to sign, right? Here it would be 3, and then we will do this. In this case, what we have to do, we have to terminate the whole while loop. For that, we can simply give a message, thanks for using if, right? And after that, simply we can use the break statement, which will break the loop and will come out of that loop, right? And in else condition, definitely what would be the else condition? So it would be, and out of this, if user haven't chosen any particular choice, so invalid choice, and again user would be asked to give the choice, right? Try again. Okay, that's all. Now the whole thing is done. Let's run it and check whether it's working or not. Okay, so here it is asking for the choice. So let me check first choice as 1. So if you can see this print statement I have used, so this is generating this particular kind of I think there was some error. Let me run it, because I think I have pressed something. That's the reason. Let's go to the terminal. Yeah. Just a second. Let me run it again. it was running. I don't know what's the problem. I think I have pressed something or let me check that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't closed this join function here. Now, yeah. So I hope this will work now. Let's see if it works or not. Hopefully it would work. Now what it is saying. Okay, one more problem is there. Yeah, this is the extra one because I was adding it at downside. That's the reason. Okay. I hope this will work now. Yeah. So as you can see, you got this option password utility program. You are getting these three options: generate strong password, check password strength, and check. So first check first option. I am putting one here, and the after entering, and because it is generating again. So you can see this it has generated because I was using the print function, so it was generated that the whole string of character which we have created using string dot ASCII letters plus string dot digits plus string dot punctuation. So this kind of string would be generated, out of which we are creating a password using the random choice. So this is the password which you can see here. It is having capital letter at least one, then it is having one small letter as Z, it is having a special character, it can be one or more. If you want to restrict to one only, so that can also be decided, and this kind of password is generated. So let's use this password only to check further. So this time I will use to check the strength of password. So for that purpose I am giving 2, and then now it is asking password to check. So I am pasting the same password because it was a strong password. So let's see what it is giving as result. See, here it is giving result as a strong password, means it is working fine. Again check, this time we'll give a random password which is not strong, which is having less strength, or let's say it is having a percentage of a special character. Let's enter, let's see what it is returning. at least one special character. Can you see? So it means it is working fine. And if you want to come out of this program, so simply you have to put 3 here and press enter. So it will give you this goodbye message, and this is all for this program. So this DIY project I have made. I hope you liked it. I will share this video with you. Please go through it. You can modify it as per your requirement. You can do lot of more validations also. You can make it more creative and if you require that. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.